I'm here because I love cosplaying and meeting new people, and yeah, that's what brings me to MCM.
The biggest reason I'm here is probably just to meet loads of people, make friends, and just get out there into the cosplay scene, because this is the first time I've ever done it. So I just want to meet people, have a good time, have a laugh, and get away from my bedroom, really.
It was the first time cosplayer. I'm relatively new to all this gaming world. My friend's been before and he encouraged me to do it, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. I like dressing up. Just started getting into games. Thought, why not come along, see what it's about?
I like coming for the costumes more than anything. You get like a massive range of variety, but if it's quiet, it's really good for shopping as well. We get like tons of, it's good for getting one-on-one time with the people. We met Tom Scar and had at least like 10 minutes with him because there was no queue, so it's good for that. That's why I keep coming back.
Everything, literally everything.
Yeah, quite a lot, like the cosplays are always really good, and the atmosphere is always quite nice, and I have quite a lot, I don't know about you, but I have like loads of friends here.
I don't know about you, you don't have any friends.
I have no friends. No, yeah, but yeah.
Gets me away from work for a few days.
Yeah, get to be a bit abnormal for a little while.
It's a chance for me to bring out my inner geek where it's accepted.
Well, because I love conventions, I am a gigantic nerd, and I just love the atmosphere of conventions and that all fans come together and you can celebrate together.
To MCM because I got into cosplay recently, well, quite recently, like a couple of months ago, and I just felt like convention would be a good place to kind of try out new things, and it's amazing. I love it. Like, my friends got me into it, and I love it.
I think awesomeness, really. It's just amazing. I love it. Armor, cosplay, nerdiness, pretty much awesome.
It is cosplay. It's like literally the first thing I always think of.
The first word that comes is just fantasy. It's a fantasy world, whether it's film, costume, a game. There's so many different facets of it. As I said, it's all relatively new to me. It's like regressing back to my childhood. So
Cosplay.
Nod.
So I was thinking like Friends.
Oh, okay.
Weirdos. But in a good way.
Nerd.
Cosplay.
Cosplay, great people, passionate people that love to share their interests with each other and talk about stuff that you usually can't really talk about in like normal daily life with their jobs and everything else.
I've visited London Comic Con, but I don't think I'll be going there again. I like MCM more.
I've only ever really done the MCM. I've been to both the Birmingham one and this one, the London one, quite a few times.
No, I'm not from London, so live in Nottingham. But having said that, we are at the MCM in Birmingham at the end of next month.
We do a lot of the MCMs, Manchester, Birmingham, London. We do a lot of local cons around the northwest. I think, is it 18 we've done this year?
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous amount, but we tend to do more local ones. They're easy to get to. And then you don't have to pack away the big costumes either.
I mostly attend Star Fury events.
I have been to the London Comic Con before, and like Star Fury events as well.
Yeah, I do. And I went to Sherlock Con this year, and yeah, I do.
Yeah, I went to Sherlocked because I'm a massive Sherlock fan, and that was like my first convention ever. So it was a great experience.
I think this one's probably better because the Excel space is much larger, and I love the outdoor space because photography and everything else makes it so much more fun. When I went to LFC, it was just hot and not outside.
Well, this one's definitely the best. This one's like by far the biggest. Because I'm going to Birmingham MCM next month, and it will literally be half the size, if that. But, you still get that whole vibe there, and it's just so cool and awesome to be here.
This being London, it's a lot bigger. There's a lot more well-known faces here. But Birmingham has the NEC, which is a big venue. So overall, London probably just has the edge.
The big ones are great for the guests, but the local ones you get a lot more intimate, like you meet a lot more friends and people, whatever. They're a lot better for being friendly.
I never think they're as good. I always think this is the best one to go to.
Yeah, it's more social here than other ones. It's a lot nicer atmosphere.
they're much more intimate.
The guests were really good at London Film and Comic Con. They're always amazing, and like Star Fury is like, it's so intimate. It's all like one-on-one interviews, and it's really good. You get to actually feel really involved in it all, which I really like.
Well, it's different in terms of the fandoms are a bit different, but I think the atmosphere is almost the same on every convention. So yeah.
Well, it was different because it was much smaller, because it was in the EXL as well. So, but I went to Comic Con and I was blown away just by the size of it. It was my first MCM, and I walked in and I thought, oh my God, this is huge, but it was amazing.
Because everyone is so nice. I've not really met anyone that's horrible or going, like cosplayer or nerds. And anyone else outside of MCM, they'll be looking at you really weirdly, like you wear this every day, or like you're a total nerd.
It's the people, because most of the people who are here today, we've probably spent our whole lives, especially younger years, being at school, we were probably bullied for being geeks. We were, called names for what we love and what we're into. But while you are here, everyone loves the same stuff. You're not judged for what you do, what you dress like, how you look. Everyone is equal here, and it's nice. It feels like one massive family, and everyone just gets on, and it's brilliant. Couldn't ask for more.
It is that release into fantasy. It means I can dress up and be who I like. It's like a step further than fancy dress.
We both enjoy it, don't we? It's something we just keep coming back to. It's addictive and
something we enjoy doing together.
Yeah, it's something we have in common. One of the rare things.
Friends, the people. Yeah, like just seeing all my friends that I only really get to see like twice a year is really nice.
Yeah, it's like appreciation for the characters as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's really nice to see like a character that you like being cosplayed by someone else. It's just like, well done, like it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really a good choice.
Well, it's close to home, so because it's in London, we are from London. Well, I am. So it's like you get to. It's something that's accepted here. It's like no one will look at you funny if you're walking through the streets dressed in cosplay. So it's really accepting. Yeah.
But like I said, I don't really get to express my inner geek very much unless it's kind of the comfort of my own home. So I get to be the eccentric person that I am deep down.
That no matter what background you come from or wherever you come from, everybody can participate and everybody can be a part of it, and nobody's really excluded, and you can just have fun with the things you enjoy.
I love it because it's just, you can just be who you are, like let out the geek in you, and I think we all have a passionate side, and that can come out in Comic-Con really well. Like you can just, be free and not worry about what other people think of you because everyone else kind of joins in.
I think it makes it so much more interesting, and I don't sit at home anymore and just watch TV or just go on Facebook or something. I make costumes, and I think that makes me so much more interesting.
I just feel so much more comfortable in life because I can love the things I love, all these things I've got a passion for where most people would frown upon me or just judge me in some way. I can just be free here and do what I like, and all those past months in my bedroom trying to crack together this costume, it does pay off, and it just feels awesome.
In short, just makes it more colourful. You get to meet lots of interesting people, there's similar interests, there's no pretense here, it's non-judgmental, and you can be who you want to be for a couple of days.
I've become a lot more confident because of it. But I don't know, you just meet a lot more people, broaden your horizons, you get to know different people. It's pretty much just confidence.
It's opened me up to a lot more better friends.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's nice to have friends that are really similar to you and like the same things as you and are a bit as weird as you. So it's nice to just come and meet people and then expand your social circle through it.
Confidence, I'd say. Yeah.
I wouldn't have done this 4 years ago.
No.
It kind of gets me away from my normal boring life, because at the moment I'm a stay-at-home mum and stuff like that, so this kind of gets me to be a bit more kind of youthful, so to speak, and kind of just gets a day out where I have fun, and it just kind of gets me to kind of relive that youth that I don't get to do so much anymore.
Simply because obviously in everyday life it's not usual that you can live out your like fan, your inner fangirl basically, your inner nerd, and it's just great to have time so you can come together and do that.
I get to see all my friends. Like yesterday, everybody was together, a whole group, and it was just amazing because we don't get to see each other like so often, and to spend the weekend together doing something so special is great, and I'll remember this for a long time.
To get as much reach as possible, meet as many people as I can, and hopefully like get my cosplay page out there so I can get more noticed, I suppose.
I don't know. I just want to make friends, meet new people, have a laugh. I mean, it would be awesome to, get some really awesome photos of me and maybe get into some YouTube videos and just sort of, because this character is actually a female character and I've done a gender bend version and so I've like a male version of the female character. I want to sort of give support out there, especially towards the gamers community, to show that, gay people do game too, and it's not anything to be ashamed of if you do want to cosplay a female character or show off the female form or even change a female character to male. So, hopefully I'll inspire some people.
I think we've achieved it, actually. We've both had, it's an ego trip, lots of people taking your photograph, but at the same time you see how, particularly some of the younger kids and game players, it really makes their day to see their character come to life. So I go home with a smile on my face, but also there's some ambition there, like I want to build bigger and better costumes, and already talking to other people, picked up a few tips and seen what's possible.
I think for me it's literally just make sure I see as many friends as I can and just hang out with everyone I can.
Complete opposite to me. I just wanted to buy a lot of merchandise. I just was like, I want to go home with like an armful of weird stuff.
I tried all the cakes that I wanted. And there was froyo.
To survive.
That's a really good one, actually, just to make it through the 3 days.
This is it. This is it. Seriously, having the costume, being in people's photos, seeing people getting so excited about my character. Like, as I'm walking through the halls, I can hear people going, "Oh, it's Ursula," and it just kind of makes me happy.
I did a photo shoot yesterday we had a whole cosplay group from Sherlock together, and we did a photo shoot together. So that was like the main goal. But other than that, just meet loads of people and have fun.
I would have to say I did a cosplay yesterday where I did a dress and I made it myself. That was my ambition, to make a cosplay like entirely by myself, and I did that, and people recognized me and like wanted to take pictures of me, and that was great. So that was my ambition, and it worked out.
Oh, I don't know. I think when I see really big costumes, that's what really like makes me go, wow. I think everything kind of fits in here. I've seen a guy cosplay as an exclamation mark and his best friend's as a question mark. So I'm really not surprised by most stuff.
Well, normally I think it's the same for everyone. When you see these absolutely huge over-the-top costumes that are like 7 or 8 foot tall and they're wearing full-on hot armor head to toe, weapons twice the size of them, I think everyone always just steps back and just thinks, wow.
Well, some of the cosplay, it gets taken towards the almost pornographic. I think that could be pushed a little bit too far sometimes.
Something at convention. There's nudity anyway.
Excessive nudity.
Excessive nudity.
Basically porn.
There was the porn thing at Birmingham though that year.
Oh yeah.
They had like a massive booth and it was just porn stars. And it was like, had curtains like 18 plus only, and the IDing people on entry were like, okay. Had to go through, of course.
I'm used to that now though, like, because it happens so often. People are like so naked all the time. I'm just like, oh, all right, cool. That happens.
Negatively, it's like the harassment aspect of some of the cosplayers get. It's like a lot of the girls have quite showy outfits and men take it as an invitation when it's really not.
Whenever I see anyone body shaming other people, it's atrocious. I can't stand it in everyday life, especially here. Like, you have, just because you have an opinion doesn't mean you have to voice it. You're more than entitled to have that opinion, but it doesn't mean that you have a right to put someone else down for it. And if I saw anyone body shaming, I would be first to step in and just be like, that's not on, mate.
I mean, I think I'm mostly always amazed simply by the effort some people put into their cosplays, yeah? Because some people, I saw an Iron Man today who had like a really automatic suit, and it was amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw something amazing. I mean, the cosplays. The amount of work that goes into it. I saw loads of Cinderella cosplays, and I just talked to an amazing cosplayer, and she made her own dress, and it took her 6 days to sew it, and it's incredible. I mean, I'm just starting to learn how to sew because of conventions and cosplay, and she did it, and it's like, it looks so professional. It's very inspiring.
When I play League of Legends, like for the first time, you go in the tutorial and you play Ashe. This is Ashe. And I've loved her ever since, because that's why she was the favourite to me, because that was who I first started playing. And when the Marauder skin came out, it was beautiful. And I was like, I need to do this.
I just wanted to be glamorous, really. But no, this, from the game I play, League of Legends, this is probably the character I play the most. And I didn't want to go for something really simple or really easy, like just a bit of cloth work, or I just wanted to go really over the top, and I wanted to stand out when I'm walking through crowds, and with this on my head, it's kind of easy to spot, so...
It had to be something that was reasonably achievable as a first-time thing to make myself. Obviously, there's a lot of techniques that had to be learned, a lot of new materials that just blew me away, really. So although I've just started playing League of Legends, which is the character I'm sort of portraying at the moment, it's one of the more simple pieces of armour and plate work, and most of it's cloth. There's nothing too technical. The game I've played most, I suppose, is Guild Wars, but that's intricate cloth work. There's a lot of sewing, which I'm absolutely useless at, which you'd see if you looked in too much detail.
I'm going through a really bad Disney phase this year. I've done all the princesses so far. I've just got Cinderella to do for Christmas.
And I just get forced into the costume.
He said yes once. Yes means yes. I didn't need another.
I don't really know.
I always wanted to be Max because all my friends call me Max purely based on like personality and like hair-wise and everything.
Yeah, you said you wanted to be Max, and I was like, I will jump at the chance to be Caroline if I must. Like,
you're a little bit taller than me, and you'd look better blonde and in heels, so you should do it.
And I was like, doing it.
I picked from a list.
Closed her eyes and pointed.
I just have a list and like go down it.
And I'm normally the male attendant.
And I keep changing my mind until I land on something.
Yep.
Well, Ursula's just the ultimate diva, and she also has such a positive body image for plus-size girls that I thought she's just so amazing. She's kind of the only Disney character that's a main character that's plus-size, and she's just like, and what?
I chose Amy Pond simply from Doctor Who, simply because I love her, and I just, had a lot of fun playing her, yeah.
I'm playing, I'm cosplaying Claire from Jurassic World, and I chose her because I grew up with Jurassic Park and I love the movies, and Claire was like, I just really, really liked her because that scene where she's running in heels, I was like, fuck yeah.